stop this thing that I must give 6 favors to a man to listen to me, to give me a nomination, to make me who I am. We say no to that, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. A maximum of 3 minutes. Member for Naivasha.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I rise to support this petition. Madam Speaker, it has been discussed in this House in the Kericho tea farms, where women, the vulnerable, get all sorts of challenges. It did not just start. Madam Speaker, even in the offices we have worked through, for a woman to get promotion, you have to give in for sex. This is common knowledge. Even in colleges, for you to get grades, if you don't give your body the teacher or the lecturers, you remain there. If you're firm, women who are firm in the character rise very slowly, or sometimes they never rise. This is an omission that came in the sexual offences bill. I think it should have been there. It was a serious omission. We have seen it. Even our lady ADVERTISE, we have seen them even being killed by people who come in as their coaches, and then they are friends, and then eventually they are husbands, and just because of their money, that's why they get into this problem. So this is across, much as Dr. Makali says it happens to boys, it is more challenging in women. To make it to any end, you have to give yourself to men for sex. So this has come in time, because we have to keep on amending the laws as the country evolves, as the country moves on, because these are new things that are coming up. Maybe some of these things were never discussed. You'd never say why you never got a promotion. You never say why you didn't get your grade. You never say why you were not even selected into a certain team. So, Madam Speaker, I support the petition.
Thank you. Honorable Atandi.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity and to support the petition which has been presented by the Honorable Pasaris. Madam Speaker, I've met many women whose careers have been messed up because their bosses wanted to have sex with them and they said no. Also, I've met many other women who actually went through interviews successfully, but before they could be given employment letters, their bosses wanted to have sex with them. So, Madam Speaker, this issue is really very serious. And I wish this Parliament would take this matter very seriously and ensure that sexology law is enacted here so that we can protect women who are being exploited by these sex perverts. Madam Speaker, this thing happens every day and in our midst. Madam Speaker, sex is very good. And, all of us are consumers of sex. And the best sex, Madam Speaker, is consensual. But I wanted to define sexology and say that this is a case where
Honorable Donya, what is out of order? Hold on, Honorable Atandi.
Is the Honorable in order when he's saying that all of us are consumers of sex, when we know well there is the act of celibacy from the Catholic Church? Don't generalize, Honorable Atandi. You will make the nuns, the bishops from the... Being a Catholic, as much as I'm not a nun, I chose the family way because I'm a consumer of that sex that you have said.
Honorable Doja, you will have your chance to debate. I think Honorable Atandi refer to this house. I don't see any nun, I don't see any father in this house. Generally.
Thank you.
Honorable Atandi, you have 2 minutes to conclude.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was saying that all the members in the House here are consumers of sex. Yeah, and my point, Madam Speaker, my point is that sex should not be a
Honorable
business.
Millie, you are on record in this House having confirmed you love sex. So you cannot be out of order. Honorable Atandi, let's hear Honorable Millie. Let us hear Honorable Millie for a minute. What is out of order?
Chair, really, Honorable Atandi is out of order. Even though I'm on record having said before that I love sex. That was when I was younger. You heard Honorable Ichungwa saying yesterday that I'm the new of the house, meaning I am older. I am menopausal. Akuta kazi hapa. We are suffering separation.
Honorable Millie, you must not defy science. Even menopausal women still have sex. Go on, Honorable Atandi.
Madam Speaker, let me conclude. Let me conclude by saying that, Madam Speaker, sex should not be the reason why a professional would lose their career because they refuse to give somebody sex. So, Madam Speaker, let us, as a House, create this law so that we can protect Kenyans. I also wanted to add, Madam Speaker, that it has become normal that a lot of women try to avail themselves so that they are used for sex so that they can benefit from certain services. Again, this is not something which should be right. I want to urge women across the world that you should never even you ask somebody to pay you for sex. Madam Speaker, we even need a law against people asking for money to provide sex. Madam Speaker, I've had homes where wives are refusing to give sex because their husbands did not give them materials. Madam Speaker, sex should be given free of charge, Madam Speaker, and I think if there can be a law like that, I would really want to support. Thank you.
Honorable Mayaka, kindly restrict yourself to the petition.
Honorable Speaker, why are you gagging me in advance? Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity. And first of all, I'd just like to join Honorable Elachi in welcoming our leaders from the university who are here and to acknowledge their presence and to thank the Honorable Passaris for bringing this very important petition to the House. Honorable Speaker, you know the word that they actually use out there when they're engaging in sextortion is they ask women and girls for the cookie. That is the new word they use. That give away the cookie so that you can get water and all these other things. And we really, really need to speak to our girls and speak to our women, even as we seek to bring sufficient laws to ensure that this issue is dealt with. Honorable Speaker, one of the things that women really face as a challenge is lack of water. And even as we are discussing this issue, we also need to get to the nitty-gritty of what the problem is. Because we have been given a declaration by the